What happened to Ricky McCormick? In June 1999, a man named Ricky McCormick was found dead in a field in Missouri. He was 41 years old and had some health issues. He didn't have a job and was on disability. His body was badly decomposed, so police couldn't tell how he died. But they think someone may have killed him. The events before his death. The last days of Ricky McCormick's life are murky. He was last seen alive several days before his body was found. Details about where he was or who he was with are vague. He was reportedly out in the neighborhood, but did not tell many people about his plans. No clear evidence shows he was in danger or being followed. The discovery of his body. Ricky's body was found in a field near St. Louis on June 30th, 1999. The area was a rural, isolated part of the city. His body was decomposed, making the cause of death difficult to determine. No signs of obvious trauma were visible. Police believed foul play could be involved but never confirmed. The mysterious notes. In Ricky's pockets, police found 2 encrypted notes filled with letters, numbers, and strange symbols. These notes have become one of the most famous unsolved codes in the FBI's history. The notes sparked worldwide interest and speculation about Ricky's life and death. Theories about Ricky's death. Many theories exist about what happened to Ricky McCormick. Some say he was involved in illegal activities and paid with his life. Others think he was mentally ill and died alone from natural causes. Some believe the notes contain clues to his death or point to people who knew him. The true story remains unknown. Public and media attention. After his death, Ricky became the subject of media stories focused on the mystery of the notes. In 2011, the FBI publicly asked for help decoding the notes, making Ricky's case internationally known. The public fascination with the case has kept Ricky's name alive. Impact on family. Ricky's family has dealt with years of pain and unanswered questions. They never received clear information about his death. Some relatives expressed frustration about the mystery surrounding him. The case brought unwanted attention, but also hope that answers might come someday. Ricky McCormick's life. Born in St. Louis, 1952. Limited education and literacy. Health problems and on disability. Unemployed and lived quietly. Had a minor criminal record. Found dead in 1999 under mysterious circumstances. Left behind encrypted notes that remain unsolved. Why Ricky McCormick's story matters. Ricky's story highlights issues faced by vulnerable people in society. Poverty, health, and isolation. It raises questions about how much we understand those who live on the margins. His case reminds us that every life has complexity, and sometimes the truth is hard to uncover. In his pockets, they found 2 strange handwritten notes filled with letters, numbers, and symbols. The notes looked like they were written in code, and the FBI couldn't figure out what they meant. Who was Ricky McCormick? Ricky didn't finish high school. He had a criminal record and had been in trouble with the law before. People who knew him said he wasn't good at spelling or writing. But the notes found in his pockets seemed carefully written, almost like a secret message. What's in the notes? The notes are full of capital letters, numbers, and sometimes parts are in parentheses. Some parts repeat, like WLD and NCBE. They don't form real words and don't make sense at first glance. But experts believe there is a pattern in the writing. The FBI thinks it might be a code that only Ricky understood. Why are the notes important? The FBI thinks the notes might explain how Ricky died, or who he saw before he died. They could be a clue to finding his killer. But because no one can read them, the case has stayed unsolved. FBI tries to solve it. The FBI worked for years trying to break the code. They used special tools and computer programs to look for patterns. Even their best code experts couldn't figure it out. In 2011, they asked the public for help. They shared the notes online. Thousands of people tried to solve it, but still no success. What did Ricky's family say? His mother and cousin said Ricky couldn't write very well. They were surprised to hear he had written secret notes. They think someone else might have written them or helped him. The family didn't even know about the notes until 12 years later, when the news came out. What are some theories about the notes? Personal code. Some people think Ricky made up his own code. Maybe it was like a diary or private message he only understood. Drug-related. Others believe the notes are linked to drug deals or criminal activity. Maybe the letters stood for names, addresses, or drugs. Mental illness. Some say the notes might not be a real code. They think Ricky could have written them randomly if he had mental health problems. Medical notes. A few people think the notes are medical instructions or health reminders. They point to terms that sound like notes or meds, hidden words or sounds. Some researchers tried reading the letters out loud, thinking they might sound like words. Still, no clear message has been found. What experts say? The FBI still believes the notes have meaning. One expert said he saw clear patterns that don't happen by accident. Another researcher said it might be a simple code, but without knowing the rules Ricky used, it's impossible to crack. The public joins in. After the FBI asked for help, thousands of people tried to solve the code. Some used computer programs. Others tried to match the letters with places or names. Reddit users and other online groups shared their ideas. But even with all that help, no one could solve it. What makes the case so strange? The FBI usually solves ciphers like this. But this time, even their top experts failed. That's why this case is famous. It's one of the only times the FBI couldn't break a code. Could you solve it? The notes are still online. Anyone can try to solve them. You can look at them, study the letters, and test your ideas. If you think you see a pattern or have a guess, you can share it with the FBI. Why it still matters. The case is over 25 years old now, but it's still open. If someone solves the notes, it could lead to new clues. It might explain how Ricky died or who wanted him dead. Ricky McCormick died in 1999. He had two mysterious notes in his pocket that may hold the key to his death. The notes are written in code, and the FBI couldn't solve them. The public has tried, but no clear answer has been found. The case remains a mystery to this day. Whether the notes are a real code or just random letters, they've captured the world's attention. If it is a code, someone out there might hold the key. Could that person be you? He grew up in a working-class family in a tough neighborhood. Details about his childhood are scarce, but it's known that he struggled with education and personal difficulties throughout his life. Ricky did not finish high school. He had limited reading and writing skills. Friends and family describe him as someone who was not very confident or outgoing. He was reportedly shy and kept mostly to himself. Family and relationships. Ricky's family life was complicated. He had a mother and several relatives who cared about him, but there were difficulties in his relationships. His mother lived separately and was reportedly worried about him at times. He had at least one cousin who spoke publicly about him after his death. Family members mentioned Ricky sometimes lived with them, but was mostly independent. There is little information about romantic relationships or children. Ricky's educational background was limited. He struggled with literacy, which made it hard for him to hold steady employment. He was not known for any special skills or talents. Despite this, the mysterious notes found on him after his death suggest some form of hidden knowledge or coding ability, but this remains unexplained. Health and personal challenges. Ricky had several health problems. He was reported to have diabetes. He had other medical issues that required medication. He was on disability benefits, which means he likely could not work due to his health. There are mentions of mental health challenges, but these are not well documented. Ricky was unemployed at the time of his death. He relied on government disability payments to support himself. He lived a low-profile life, often staying inside or wandering his neighborhood. Friends describe him as someone who avoided trouble but had run-ins with the law earlier in life. Police investigated Ricky's death as a suspicious case. No clear cause of death was ever determined due to body decomposition. No arrests have ever been made. The case remains open but cold. Lack of evidence. No eyewitnesses came forward with useful information. No murder weapon was found. No physical evidence directly pointed to a suspect. The only notable clue was two encrypted notes found on Ricky's body. FBI experts could not decode them. Some believe the notes might reveal the identity of a killer or the circumstances of Ricky's death. The notes remain a mystery and have not helped identify a suspect. Thanks for watching. If you want to watch more videos of this type, do not forget like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon.